What's up, guys? Ed from Kansas City. We are back here today. We got to figure out what we are going to do with this mess. Right, that's exactly what it is, mess. So, all right, so guys, here's the breakdown right here. We'll get some more lights going here. Just a second here. All right, so the breakdown is this, guys. Okay, so this particular lot, Corman's back there trying to get it in, guys. Back there getting it in at the store. Okay, so the breakdown is this here. This is what we're dealing with. Okay, it was a full truckload. This was a full truckload, unmanifested. MSRP 60,000. You're gonna go ahead and take that on outside for him. Set it on the patio right there. Yeah, he'll be here in a little bit. Yeah. MSRP is 60,000. Now the only thing they had to represent the what you're getting is the information which said it was seasonal type stuff. But they have the pictures that showed the pictures showed everything from Bluetooth speakers, a lot of those things like some air fryers. It also had some printers. So that was the main thing right there, printers and the speakers. So it looked more on the lines in the category of general merchandise from Sam's Club and Wal-Mart, things like that. So we said, okay, we have seen this same auction for at least $3,000 more with the starting bid, so it started off around six something, which was right. It was like about 8% of the MSRP, so it was around that right there. And so we said, okay, let's go ahead and bid on it because we've seen this particular auction start off $3,000 more. So we went on ahead and bid on it. We won it. And so, like I said, it was not manifested, so we had no idea exactly what it is that we were getting. So, that if you know us, we typically do not order unmanifested goods. Now, this is the second time we've ordered truckloads that were not manifest. We ordered 2 truckloads prior to this that were not manifested. And we've made back already off those last 2 truckloads. We made back our investment, but we haven't went into the positive yet. We haven't made profit yet, honestly. And that's been, it's been about maybe 4 weeks now, 3 weeks or so like that. So we haven't got into the green profit margin yet, but we did make back what we invested. And of course, we took some of that immediately and put it back into this one. So this is the third truckload that we have purchased that has not been unmanifested. And if you know us, like I said, one thing we normally do not order is unmanifested mystery truckloads, mystery pallets, things like that. But we figured we'd do it because we were getting an idea of what we should be getting. It's a very reputable company. We were getting an idea of where we should be getting it from, what we should be getting. But what we understand now is the problem that we're running into with this particular company is when it's unmanifested, what they're basically they feel like they can give you any and everything basically, and for the most part they're going to give you stuff that is probably not the best stuff, either stuff that's been sitting in their warehouse for a while. That's the thing about it. When it's unmanifested, they can just basically receive pallets, they can receive truckloads, and they can just give you anything. And more than likely, they're not going to give you, just like we learned with the two last prior loads, truckloads that we picked up that were not manifested. The company that does this, rather than giving you majority tools, things like that, this company is going to basically mix it and give you the less of the things that they can manifest. It's easier for those companies to manifest those tools and sell a truckload or multiple pallets of tools and make more money, regardless of if it's working or non-working, because it's untested customer returns or customer returns in general. Reverse logistics. So the point of the matter is this: is that now we've learned another curve, not learning curve, uh, and it results from just basically when you're pushing and you're trying to grow your business and you're trying to you know get back up there, recover and get them funds flowing where you can get back, because we still haven't got back to getting things like Apple AirPods and JBL speakers, even though we have gotten some appliances and we have got some toys and a few other things, but we haven't yet got back to those JBL speakers and toys and Apple AirPods, things like that, because we've been kind of trying to stay focused on truckloads, build and grow our business, forget about having certain items, but be more concerned with getting a bulk of items that are, a variety of things and that we can actually sell, more things, and it should give us a bigger bang for our bucks, because the things like Apple AirPods, they are guaranteed sellers. They are very desirable. They are extremely expensive, hard to get, hard to win, but they do sell, but they don't sell fast. Don't get me wrong, guys. They don't sell fast. We might sell 2 or 3 Apple AirPods in a week, because we sell them at the flea markets. We don't, and then when we need money, we'll put them online on eBay or something like that and do a sale, because it's a guaranteed sale if we need to order another auction or something. So, point of the matter is that what I'm saying with these, we keep ordering the truckloads in the hopes of, a bigger variety, more bang for your buck. You order a truckload that's got an MSRP of $60, $80, $90,000, and you're only paying about 10, or you're paying 15. Then you're hoping you're gonna get at least something like $30,000 or $40,000 out of it. Whereas now we're learning with some truckloads, particularly these last truckloads, you're only getting, even though you're spending 13, you're spending 10, you're spending 8, you're only getting out of there, your money back maybe 5,000 more. So you're not really making a profit. So so now we know that these unmanifested truckloads are not ideal for us, because what these companies are basically doing is they are kind of cherry picking, in a sense, giving you items that, like all these bikes that we got in on this one. There was no bikes in any of the pictures that we seen, and that's what we were able to base our ordering this particular truckload off of. It was 26 pallets, MSRP of 30,000. Then they had a couple of pictures for us to see that show the speakers, like I said, the printers and things like that. So that's what we were able to go off of, and the pictures were supposed to be a good example. They were stock photos, or they was stuff like that, but it's supposed to be a good example of what you're liable to perceive. But even the pictures don't even really go with the things that's supposed to be seasonal, because speakers and appliances and Canon, all those printers were not off-season stuff. So our fear was this, guys. We were just basically worried that we would be receiving things like Christmas trees, wreaths, and extension cords, and a lot of that camping stuff, a lot of stuff, outside stuff, like basically the winter stuff that passed, fall and winter stuff. That was our concern, that we were receiving stuff like that. So that was a real concern on what we would be receiving. So now we know that in purchasing things like this, what these companies are going to do, they're going to take what we know now. So this won't happen again. we know now that they're going to take those pallets. It's easier for them to sell this unmanifested and not list a auction or a truckload with a whole with over 60 bikes on it, over 60 bikes, and then the patio stuff. So they know people are going to be like, oh, we don't want all them damn bikes, you know. So go ahead and list it as unmanifested customer returns, and that way, and then put pictures of speakers and printers and appliances that are not even going to be on there because it's not a general merchandise; it's a seasonal. So they did that. Basically, they tricked us. So hey, man. So yeah, so now we know. Now we know, guys. Now we clearly know. Now we clearly know. I mean, clearly. Now we clearly know. Some great bikes, but now we clearly know, guys, that. So we won't do this again. I just think it's a bad business practice to do this here. It's really money down the drain. I mean, I kid you not. Uh, Hell of a bikes, guys. But we wasn't really trying to go into this to sell bikes. We were, looking for the goody goodies. So we wasn't trying to sell bikes. Mongoose there. Some nice bikes though. Hell, if you had a bike store, this would be the perfect thing for you, but you ain't gonna go pay that kind of money for these kind of bikes. But now if you got an established bike store where you sell premium bikes like these, yeah, I mean if each bike is running, I don't know if there's any tags on some. There's some tags on some of these. Let's take a look, guys. There's a tag. Let's see if we can see something. Price on here, what this bike costs. I don't know if there's. Well, I think I see something there. I don't know. That's a time. Price is not visible on that receipt there, guys. Find another receipt. See what some of these bikes are kind of running. If I can see a receipt somewhere. There's one right there. It looks like a Wal-Mart tank. Now this little bike here, this little tiny bike here only costs $30, guys. Unless that's that's $30. Yeah, that's $30 for that little guy. But that's a little small bike, as you can see. That's just a tiny bike. There's another bike here that has a receipt. Yeah, the sticker is covering up the price though again. So it's hard to tell. Oh my goodness. Okay, this bike here, guys. This one right here. This yellow one that's got dirt on it. They definitely wrote it. This one here costs. You guys can see that. $228 for this bike, guys. They in the car. Or do I got? No, where I set them at? I set them somewhere, Jay. All right, so there's another one over there. I'm gonna check that one too, guys. All right, so from this angle, let's see what this black bike here. This is a cute bike, guys. This is actually, it's the same as the other one we just looked at, actually. Incline, Genesis. So this is the same as the other one we just looked at. You can see the price a little better on that one. $228. Says it's damaged, but it's definitely warped. The tire is warped on there. So the difference is that this bike here probably can just swap out that tire there, that front tire that's warped as a mug. So this It's something that will not happen again, guys. It's definitely definitely a switch and bait type thing. I kid you not. Tyson's chest freezer here has a price tag of 168. Okay. Trampoline here. This is some type of thing there. We got another grill down here. This is probably going to be the most expensive one over there. That pit boss there, guys. Probably be the most expensive one. A 3-burner non-stick griddle. People been looking for those too. Yeah, people been looking for them. And you got this thing here. It's a sink. I think that was already here. So we got all of those there. We got a few of those pit boss griddles there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this again, because now we know, like I said, the what the company is doing. You know, like I said, we don't normally ever order non-manifested. We just don't do it. In the rush to get back on our feet and get ahead, we did it. Thinking that, you think when you think about just the logic of it, the ABCs of it, you're like, the ABCs of it's like, you're like, okay, rather than spending say 8,000 for an appliance, order, the Ninjas and the blenders and the air fryers and all this sorts of things like that, pressure cookers, rather than spending 8,000, anywhere between 6 to 8,000, because that's what that costs all the time, and then only making say 15, if that, or 12, something like that. We said we're just gonna go truckloads, because those items that we get, from Best Buy, and uh, those items are expensive, you know. So, and then rather than getting the toys that we normally always get, as you see our videos, we can cost up to $2,000 per pallet with the good toys, such as your lightsabers and your Legos and all that type of stuff. Rather than spending up to $2,000 a pallet for that, and mainly we sell those online, and then we always have them for Christmas. But rather than spend that kind of money and then only making back a couple thousand maybe for those expensive things, we said, okay, let's just stick with truckloads. Let's go with truckloads. You get more bang for your buck. You spend anywhere between 8 and up, but you have a much vast, broader MSRP potential. But now we're starting to know that, okay, these MSRPs, we already know that they're not accurate. But the thing that we do is we already knock them in half. So this MSRP that we see here, we count, okay, it's going to be 30,000. So if we're spending 11.5 for this, then you say we're going to make 30. Or at the worst we'll make 20 something. But with this, I don't see us making that kind of money with bikes. So now, that's the problem. So I've learned now. I get it. I get it. What they're doing is they're basically giving you items and pallets that are not worth manifesting. That's what it is. And as like I said, this when a company labels a truckload as unmanifested, that gives them an opportunity just to make sure you get 20 or 15, 20, 30 pallets. Don't matter what it is, just throw them on there. It's up for grabs. And they can give you whatever. They can give you stuff that ain't gonna sell as much, that hasn't moved, that's been sitting, or there's and then the thing about this is all these bikes. Here's another thing about all the bikes is that most of them, as you can put 5 bikes on a pallet, and there you have a pallet. You can do that 10 times and only have 20, 50 bikes. 10 pallets right there, because most of the pallets were bikes. And of course, they were Gaylords, but you're only getting like what, seven, six, five pallets on a five bikes on a pallet or so. So now we see now, okay, now we get it. They're doing that. Okay, they're making it where they put okay, we're gonna just all these truckloads we got coming in. This person's getting 24. Just take these here and put them on there. Don't put the speakers on there. Don't put the appliances on there. Put these bulky, like a pallet that has only two of these on it. You know, a pallet that just has this on it. You know, and something else. Give them 24 pallets. We've gotten rid of 24 pallets. They probably only paid $100 per pallet, basically, if that. And there you have it. They've made their money by giving you the stuff that they're able to at that point carefully, you know, just allocate you some pallets that they feel like, oh, just give them all this bulk stuff, just give them this Sam's Club stuff, give them all this stuff. And you know, that's not good for the buyer, though. It's not good for the buyer at all, guys. We did find the legs for this guy, but that breakage there is just not gonna cut it. The legs were tucked up under the bottom of the seat. So there you have it, guys. We won't do this again. We will not order any more unmanifested stuff unless I just don't even see a reason why doing it. I mean, even if it has an MSRP of 200,000, unmanifested it probably will not work for us. We'd have to call in and check with someone to see if to get a manifest, you know, of what we're actually getting, because this is not. I almost want to call it in, guys. I ain't even gonna lie, because the pictures were supposed to be an example, not the actual item, but it should be your item should be similar to it, and that didn't happen. So now we're stuck with how to take care of this problem. So I thought I'd come back and just give you guys the breakdown, the logic behind why we ordered that, why we ordered it, and we're gonna get into this. This could be new. This could be new. So our strategy now is to look at the expensive stuff that we got first, and look at the expensive stuff that we got in. That's our strategy now, to see if it's new or, you know, working. Because now we're trying to figure out what's going to get us our money back. I mean, I kid you not, guys, that's kind of like the goal of this particular order here, is to really just get our money back now. This guy cost, you guys see that?